I'm Jewelz.
I'm Kate.
And this is the third episode of the Jewelz and Kate
Show.
Yay! Anyways, it's episode 3 and we're going to be talking about friendships and things of that nature. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I got a few of my friends here. And Jasera and her friend Tiara are going to be... best friend Tiara.
Since 6th grade.
Best friend Tiara since 6th grade. They're going to be interviewing us today, just asking us a couple of questions about our friendship, and I'm really excited.
Me too, so let's get started.
Yeah.
So this is my best friend Tiara. We've been through a lot.
Just like, you know, we've just been there for each other. It's just kind of like that friendship where it's like even through like the lows and everything, we still like maintain that
tight.
Exactly.
And like still remain like best friends.
Absolutely.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you have described yourself in middle school?
In middle school,
You was different.
I was very different. I think I was like, I wasn't shy.
You were shy.
Like I was shy, but I was very opinionated, and I think
you was. But I feel like us being friends, like I feel like I helped you be a little bit more.
You definitely, you helped me to like become more comfortable with myself and everything. That's the part that I had really appreciated about you.
Yeah, we can get started, but you know what I want to talk about, like us as friends. Do you view me as a friend?
Yes.
Well, what the hell took you so long to answer that?
Well, yeah, so in some certain aspects, yes, but then in certain aspects, you're my mom.
So what are the aspects that you view me as a friend?
Like we could talk about, well, the not friend aspect is more of like about serious stuff that you would probably feel a way about, but like regular, cool, funny stuff, like I could be myself and all that. So in that aspect, we're friends. But
so you're saying that you wouldn't necessarily share particular things with me because of how I would respond, and your friend would respond different?
Yeah.
So I would respond like a mom?
You respond like you.
You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I think that some of the things that bother me all the time is that certain friends that we're not as cool as we were, that they would try to be like really cool with her. Like, what you talking about with her? Like, she's still my daughter, and I always want that to be clear. Like, y'all could like her, y'all could have quote unquote mature conversations, but to me, she's still my baby, and she's still like a child. So don't be trying to like, do shit like roll up with her, or try to go to the club with her, or be like, you about to have a drink with her, or you're trying to keep some knowledge to her. F out of here, because I know you, and you're not really dropping jewels on me, so don't be trying to drop jewels on cakes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then the part about me being opinionated, that's why like we clashed.
Oh my god.
Which was super funny thinking about it.
Right? Because we don't even argue now. How would you have described me in middle school? In
middle school, you were like a little fireball of like energy. Like you just was like, hello, like I'm here. My name is Sarah. So yeah, like I live next to Justin Bieber, and
I used to make stories saying that I used to live next to Justin Bieber. I was the princess. I remember in the music class I used to tell you this stuff.
Yes,
I wanted to be like cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you think we started changing? I think like 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. Actually,
I feel like 8th grade.
8th grade was like the start. We started to like, just like get into like ourselves. Yeah, like taking care of ourselves.
We used to look really sloppy.
We did.
And then we started to like put ourselves together. Why do you think that even like, because we ended up going to different high schools, why do you think that we still remain close even when we separated in high school? Yeah,
because it was real.
Yeah,
because I have people that I meet that I click with and I like them, but I know like I can automatically tell like, okay, this is just gonna be for now. Like my work friends, I'm like, okay, they're cool.
Right.
But I know it's just gonna be for now. What's your favorite memory from like that? Just about our friendship, yeah.
In general?
Mm-hmm.
I can't answer that. All right,
Okay,
tell me yours,
one,
and then I'll
have
think.
one. So my favorite memory was when we were about to go on our trip to Six Flags in 8th grade.
Yes, that is
And-
a good memory. That is a good
And
memory.
I remember I was going through so much like at home, like with my family and everything. And then I forgot
I
how
remember
we
you
stopped.
called me to order you a pizza.
Yeah.
So we was going to Six Flags, and we didn't. She got jealous that I had got a new friend, so we wasn't speaking for like a whole week. So now she was running late to our Six Flags trip. So she calls me, mind you, we have not spoken. She calls me and she's like, "Can you order me a bacon, egg, and cheese?" I was like, "All right, I'll order it."
Yeah, because you was like always on time and like always early, and I was always running late.
Oh my God, you live, and mind you, she lived 1 block away. The school was on 100th. You live on. We never even tell them because it didn't make no sense. 5 blocks.
Yeah.
All right, so continue. What?
Yeah, no, I just really appreciated that moment just because.
And I
felt like at that time, like I can still remember how I felt like at that time. I just
remember how I
felt
felt too.
No one understood like what I was going through, and then we just had like a quick little chat about it.
Yeah, we didn't even talk long about it, but it was like we got it, and then we got on we was friends again. Like, I'm Cakez.
I'm Tiara,
and we're best friends.
and so today we're gonna be here interviewing Cake's mom.
So how long have all of you guys been friends for?
I have to use your age to answer this question. And do how old are you?
19.
19. So 19 years. 19 years I've been friends with Javon.
Very long time.
I know.
You know.
Time has flown.
And I know I always say this, but Sharika bought you your first pair of Jordans.
She always says
I
that.
did.
Yes!
I did.
That's
Do
sweet.
we remember? I think they were red and...
No, they were white and blue.
They were white and
They were white and blue. I'm Jewelz.
I'm Sharika.
And this is my friend, and I'm interviewing her because I think that she has like an interesting, cool story of her come up. You know, we met at the Joseph Papp Public Theater, New York Shakespeare Festival down in the Village, and that was about 19 years ago. And I'm always encouraging her to tell her story or to tell her journey up to this point because she does pretty cool things, and I think that she has a pretty good story and a cool job, and you get to do all of these cool things with that. So tell the people a little bit about the beginning of that, starting at the Public Theater.
Right. So 19 years ago, damn.
I know, right?
Yeah, so like the Public Theater, as Giovanna said, was just at that time a multicultural off-Broadway theater that was welcoming people of color and seasoned artists to work there, and it really pulled me in. They also did a lot of classical theater. And I started off pretty much as they say, started from the bottom, now you're here or whatever, but I started as a PA, production assistant, making coffee, running lines with people, doing whatever I can do to do my job to the best of my potential. And from there, I just worked up from a PA to what they call an assistant stage manager, more responsibilities, but still the ultimate, the standard is all the same. Yeah.
All right, so Nicole, how long have you and my mom been friends for?
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
So
2005, I think.
I think it was before. So I'm just gonna use like my first job in New York to say that we've all been friends. Giovanna, Nicole, and I since like 03, 04.
Oh really?
It's definitely
Yeah.
for sure. What up? It's Jewelz, and I'm interviewing my friend Tamara. Yes! So we are going to talk about like the diversity in fashion or the not diversity in fashion. And one of the questions that I'm going to start off by asking her is...
Wait, but first, do you like my outfit?
You cute.
That's very important too. Where we go?
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but Mahogany said, you cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You cute or whatever. Yes, girl. No, because that's what you're giving me. So it's making me, mimic what you're doing.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
So, you used to love fashion.
Yes.
Have a passion for fashion.
Yeah.
You even had this quote at the end of your signature. What was it? Fashion is something, but style is forever.
Yes.
What was it?
Fashion. I forgot.
Damn.
Tam, what does girl code mean to you, and have you ever broke it?
So I don't know exactly what girl code means. It's kind of like one of those unspoken things that you just know. And no, never break it. Some things you got to take to the grave. So like if you don't want anybody to know, you either keep it to yourself or you either tell like that small circle of people. So like you have to make sure you can trust that person with like whatever your secret is. So
one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, what do you feel about the upcoming designer versus these online boutiques or like fast track fashion like Fashion Nova? Do you think that the upcoming designer has a chance in this day and time for their line to do well with fashion just being so quick? And do they have a place now?
I absolutely think the upcoming designer has a place now. I'm actually one of those like Fashion Nova people.
Okay.
I say that I have an exclusive boutique when someone asks me where I got my outfit from. Depends on the person. Sometimes I'm like, girl, yeah, this came from Wish.com. My outfit today, some of it maybe came from Wish.com. Okay, it definitely did.
Shout out to Wish.
Shout out to Wish.com. And you know, there's so many options now. So my closet is probably 50% Shein right now.
Over the years, your connection with fashion has been dissolving.
Yes.
What is that about?
Just being a little burnt out over the years. I just don't love it like I used to. I still love it, but I don't want to work in fashion industry anymore.
Now, you're a technical designer.
No, I am a fashion designer.
What's a fashion designer?
I design the clothing. A technical designer techs it out. So I do both, honestly. But my job title is designer. I design active and denim.
Let's say just talk about the last 10 years. It was just like, blah, 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 I'm gonna start my own line. I love fashion. And then it just began like, I do not like this industry. I do not want to work in this industry. Was there anything specific that was continually happening to make you come to these feelings?
I just feel like mainly it's the people that I work with. I just feel like they don't appreciate you. They don't appreciate all the hard work that you do, you put in, your passion in it, how much you love it. So it just makes you not even want to do it anymore.
All right, so Nicole, did you expect when you first met my mom for the relationship to last, or the friendship to last as long as it had?
I did, because most of my friends that I'm friends with, we have like longevity. We've been friends for like over 20 plus years. So I really did. I thought she was a really nice girl. And when we first met, I was like, she was telling me like a little bit about herself. And she was like, I have a daughter and I'm married. And I was like, what?
So, Sharika, have you guys ever had a falling out?
Oh, man.
I forgot about this.
Have we?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, we actually, no. I have to say, we have never had like a falling out.
No. We've never had in 19 years.
No, because I'm like really like, hold on, let me take off my glasses.
What did you think also about just working in the village? I know at that time you had already come out, and it was just really at a point where the village is where you just saw all kinds of weird things, not weirdos, but
Right. East Village, something about the East Village then is like how artistic it was and raw and multicultural. More than I don't know. I think it's changed a lot, unfortunately. But when we were coming up in it, you know, in the 90s, early 2000s,
and you was in Harlem.
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't out stuff going on out there.
Absolutely
so
not.
To be at the public,
and to
growing,
be embraced,
growing and to be embraced, because in theater there was a lot of diversity, whether it was someone's sex or their background or their come up. So do you think that also just played a part in you growing into yourself as a person and professionally?
That journey is beautiful the way you describe it, because when you think about it, that's exactly what it was. It was a safe place for me out of Harlem to really truly be myself and express myself and be accepted as, you know, a gay young black woman that wants to be a stage manager and do like theater. You know what I mean? It was kind of out of the box a little bit, and it was a safe place for me to grow into who I am.
All right. So Tam, what does your friendship with my mom like? What does that mean to you?
So I think that like we've grown into like a sisterhood. You know, like friends are sometimes the family that you get to choose.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we were led to
like
each
that.
other, right? Right.
Absolutely.
So you know, the journey led us together, and we chose to form a bond.
So when you're comparing to the upcoming designer, if you are looking at their website or their Instagram page and you're like, okay, I want to support this up and coming designer, and I do feel like they have a place in this day and time, the way fashion is running. If they have a shirt that's like $60 to $80, are you going to support them, or are you going to go to Wish, Fashion Nova, or whatever other boutique to get the same style for cheaper?
So it depends on what it is. So if you're saying it depends on what it is, if a lot of consumers feel like you feel, how is that good for the up and coming designer? So for me, I like to support people. So if it's like when Rihanna first came up with Fenty, so she had her Fenty by Puma line, and she had the really cute shoes. So I bought those like right from Puma.
I remember are you talking about the ones with the lace up, and she was like really excited about that. So she was like, I got the Rihanna.
Yes. And I think that's part of like why we are such good friends. We can be 1,000% honest with each other, whether we agree with each other or not. We can say, no, I don't think that's a good idea, or I don't agree with it. But me being me, even if I don't agree with it, I'm like, but you know what you need, I got you.
And Nicole, what does your friendship mean with Giovanna?
It's very important. She's definitely an important part of my life. She's been there through ups and downs, so she's a really good friend.
Do you think that you can rekindle your love for fashion in that way?
Do I feel like I can rekindle? Not really. Like
kind of just.
Yeah, it's like pretty much.
Wow, y'all friendships mean the world to me. I mean, I you know what? I have my cycle, so I get really emotional. So I do not want to not be emotional, but I don't want to cry. So I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys' responses, and I equally feel the same way. And for however much time that we've been friends, I'm looking forward to doubling that, tripling that, us in wheelchairs. Actually, Sharika saw me in a wheelchair last year when we went to Jamaica. Whatever, I ended up in a wheelchair. It was just like hilarious. And she actually sent me the picture the other night. Talking about she was beautiful. I look at my phone, it's like midnight, and Sharika has me in the wheelchair. Slumped up, just laughing. So, which brings vacation. I have vacation. I think the only person I ain't going on vacation with you, Nicole. We never been on vacation, but I have been on vacation with Sharika. We went to Jamaica, and I have been on vacation with Tam. We've been to the Bahamas and Miami and LA.
Oh my God! A girl trip, period. That was the next one. Yeah, we gotta do that.
So this episode was really fun to film. How did you feel about it?
I think this is gonna be like my favorite.
For real? Why?
And I don't know, it just was like, it felt natural, it felt, it was more personal. I think that's why I liked it. I feel like when things are more personal, it's easier to like, I don't know. You got what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So I'm happy that you had a good time. I also feel like you loosened up.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the 3rd episode, so I guess maybe I'm like a little more comfortable.
I know, because I'll be like loud and bang bang and all of that, and you like really reserved, like even right now.
But I think that's just me, like.
I love it.
That's just,
you like yes, and me like, so what happened, yo? Cause no. So I definitely think this episode was a lot of fun. Thank you for all my friends that came down and just spoke and had a good time. I can't wait to see it back and all that good stuff.
Tiara, thanks for coming. We had fun.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
So I'm Jewelz.
And I'm Cakez.
And this is episode 3. Keep it